is I'll make a new video on the character I'm going to use in the Sentinel event, and you can also use it for shifting stones. But yeah, I mainly made this for the Sentinel event. So it's going to be LA League Start, of course, and I'll have a full leveling tree and a full character progression tree. Let's go to the leveling tree real quick. It'll be a separate POB, but yeah, this is just basic leveling of where you should go at what levels and stuff. Very, very simple. Also has all the gems you want to use all the way through the axe. The only thing to talk about here is mark on hit. You can use it or you cannot use it. Up to you. You can just hard cast Sniper's Mark on bosses and Ballista. Before you get an Artillery Ballista, you just use Shrapnel Ballista. That's it. So yeah, it's really easy to follow leveling tree. There were loaded bows before, they're pretty much all the same, right? The only thing to mention here is precise technique. Just make sure your accuracy is always higher than your life. If you need more accuracy nodes, you have this one right here. You can get plus 100 accuracy per green socket and bow, right? Very, very easy to be accuracy cap. Yeah, it's a full level entry. I want to talk about the main thing now, which is kind of the gear you can expect to get in a 1 week event. This is assuming you're playing trade, by the way. It's not a soul self-con version. But yeah, I have 3 things. So the starter, mid, and higher end. So we can start with a starter. It's probably what most people are gonna have if you're not no life from the event or whatever. So it's a really simple and basic gear. The only unique using here is a high reach truth, a zero step, which is completely optional. I just put on here because I was lazy, and rat's nest. I really like rat's nest for start of any league. The rarity actually kind of helps the extra currency gain, and the move speed's really nice and it helps your crit chance a lot. But so this bow right here might seem pretty insane, but because of recombinators in the Sentinel event, this is going to be really easy to make. Less than 4 divines. So yeah, I'm sure there's going to be people who have guides on how to use recombinators and stuff, but if you don't know how to use recombinators, this is really easy to make. Very easy, in fact. You can easily make this less than 4 divines. The quiver you can also easily make with recombinators as well. The only other insane piece, I guess, is kind of like the rings, which these aren't even that good. This ring's really good, but this ring right here, it's whatever. And then my other pieces are pretty bad, so you can get res on the gloves and stuff. Look at these gloves, right? They're pretty trash. You get extra res on the gloves, less res on the ring, stuff like that. Belt, right? Also pretty bad. Chest, pretty basic. Yeah. So only insane pieces here are the bow and quiver, but because of recombinators, these are actually easy to make, very easy to make. And also before you get these, right, just use standard essence bows, whatever. You can use any bow in white and yellow maps. It doesn't really matter, right? And the jewels, really basic. It's max life crit multi. This could be anything. It could be crit multi attack speed. It could be max life attack speed. It's just 2 prop jewels. We'll also use inertia here. This is just a quick fix until you get your lethal pride. It kind of works okay. Just to note, you can't use this until you get high reach truth, because you really need the stacks to be able to use it. As you can see, without high reach truth, you would simply not have enough decks. So yeah, we're just using this until you get lethal pride, and you can expect this strength node if you want strength as well. So yeah, this is really basic. That you can, depending on how much you play, of course, this is easily attainable. I would say even day 1 for some players. If you're not that efficient, I think day 2, 100%. I think the only thing here that could be maybe a little bit harder to attain is maybe the quiver. But yeah, like I said, the bow, extremely easy to make with recoms, and everything else is whatever. Maybe this ring's 1 div, but like I said, you get less res in this ring and get some more res in your gloves or your belt or chest. We also res over cap too. Let's talk about the skill gems real quick. So yeah, standard. If you have a 5 link for this, you can get rid of crit damage, or you can get rid of Mirage Archer. You need inspiration for the mana cost though. Ballista, you want to try to get to 6 link as fast as possible. Should be pretty easy with just a rare chest, not a big deal. But if you are running a 5 link, you can get rid of whatever you want. LA focus is fine to get rid of. Crit damage is fine to get rid of. Whatever. And then standard sniper's mark. Oh yeah, not bad. You go to starter. Yes, I have all these skill sets too. So obviously in the starter one, we are not running Berserk. So yeah, same thing here though. But yeah, life tap, sniper's mark. You can use frost blink or flame dash. Whatever you prefer really. Disgrace, Creative Elements, and cast when never taken a Mortal Call. Then our standard, you know, Manifold Hours, Frenzy, Power Charge, and Crit setup with Blood Rage. Blood Rage is optional. You don't have to run this. It's just extra boss damage if you need it, and extra mapping damage as well. Then we'll go on to the next one. So this is the like default. This is kind of like the mid-budget. Depending on how much you play, this is like a day 3, maybe day 4 for you. You know, depends how fast you play. So now we get Out Lethal Pride, we get Uninspired Learning, and all that good stuff. So it's like level 97 tree, where the original one was only level 91. So, you know, really doable. And there's no clusters. I didn't make any of the trees of clusters just because I'm not really sure when most people can get them. I'm not really sure how many people are playing the event and stuff, right? But obviously, if you have clusters, what you would do, I'll just say real quick, if you have a cluster, put it in right here, and just take out these points. And now you're good for a cluster. It's that easy. So yeah. You get a cluster when you can. They are really, really strong. Yeah, very nice Inspired Learning spot, of course. Very nice Lethal Pride. I just want to mention Lethal Pride. This Lethal Pride can be anything. You also want double damage, but you're just using it for the strength. Like there's one jewel, right? It's fixing your entire strength. Also giving you like pretty good life. So it's very, very high value, even if you get like no useful points. But getting like 10% double damage should be really easy, because like, I mean, look how many notables you're hitting, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're hitting 11 notables, getting at least 2 double damage. It's pretty realistic, even though it's like a short-term event. But yeah, Lethal Pride is very high value here. Fixes your strength, get some double damage. Get this int known if you need it. You may not need it, you may need it. We'll see the gear real quick. So once again, it's the same bow and quiver and these pops, but now you're rage set up. So your Vol's Vision, your Harizari, Calm Spirit, and you have one Kikuzari here just to help with your life regen. Yeah, that's about it. Belt, pretty simple still. Ring, same ring as before. Whatever, not a big deal. Boots, you just need tier 4 suppression on your boots just to cap your suppress right here. So I mean, these boots are pretty easy. That's really it. I'm gonna higher end real setup real quick. Make sure, yeah, full. So yeah, once again, same bow quiver. The only thing difference here is we're using regular rings now. So we got life regen on the belt, and we got % life regen on the boots. So a little bit higher tier boots. Ideally, how you would make these boots, by the way, is to get fractured life regen. Just spam any res essence until you get spell suppression. It can be pretty low spell suppression, just enough to get capped. And then you just do like Ashland for the prefix, or Veiled Chaos Orb, and just craft life. You know, probably like 2 or 3 of boots. Belt is probably maybe a little bit expensive, it could be, but that's why it's a higher end setup. You know, I don't expect every player to reach this point, but if you're a player who plays a bit more, you can definitely reach this setup by like day 3. If you're a player who only plays like a few hours each day, you may not reach the setup in the event. So yeah, that's why I have these different setups. The starter setup, I'd say you can easily reach this within 10 hours of mapping. When you're into maps, you can probably get it set up in 10 hours of mapping, I would say for sure, just because the bow's so easy to get rid of recombinators. But yeah, yeah, that's about it. The skills, the only thing difference between the starter skills and default skills is Anti Berserk. Everything else is the same. And we swap to Steel Skin, because you don't really have enough drum sockets to use cast for damage taken in Mortal Call. But yeah, as you can see, the damage is also like really, really good. And I guess something else to mention is the defense. So because you lose 50% experience on death, I want try to go pretty high defense for a bow build. Nothing insane, obviously, but like 48k, LA max hit, 12k fizz, pretty much 5k life. I really tried taking like every single life node I could, and you can take more here, especially on life node, just because you lose a lot of experience if you die in this event. So you really do not want to die. You really want to take every life node you can. You kind of want to play it like hardcore, right? It's fine if you die like once or twice in level 80s, right? Not a big deal. But when you get to these 90s, right, 95, 96, you really want to not die. So yeah, I have a lot of life because you do not want to die in this event. But outside of that, it's going to be a very fast clearing build if you just want to blast Legion to 100 or whatever you want to do, right? Just farm currency for fun. Yeah. I see move speeds, 30-50% with Berserk, extremely high. It's like 240% without Berserk. Cap spell suppression, high evasion, a really good rage regen. You're going to have like the max uptime for Berserk, as you can just press it on cooldown, always have 50 rage. So yeah, it should be a very fun and nice build to play for the event. And you can also get another inspired if you want to. Yeah. And there's no tattoos in this event either, by the way. So that's why there's no tattoos on this tree. This event does not have tattoos. So yeah, that's why there's no tattoos on the tree. Oh, you know, once again, cluster right here. You might be able to get forbidden jewels. If you do, just get ricochet, obviously. But yeah, that's about it. So this is the build I'm going to play, and if you want to play a bow build, I can definitely recommend this. I feel like the higher defense is needed, which other bow builds might be lacking, and a lot of this gear should be really easily tenable with recomps. The bow especially, like this looks like an insane bow, but once again with recomps, this bow is a day one bow. You can craft this day one, assuming you have 2 divines. Obviously if not, it's like a day 2 bow for you, right? Because how do you craft this bow if you're not familiar? Essentially use an essence on one bow, essence on another bow, you recom them, you get your triple LE prefix, then you just do prefix cannot be changed, veiled chaos orb, unveiled attack speed or crit, and then you craft crit or attack speed. Extremely easy to do, low cost. You just need the 2 divines to do prefix cannot be changed. Or if you recom them and you like maybe exalt or something, you get natural crit chance and natural attack speed, that's also doable, and then you won't even need to do prefix cannot be changed. But yeah, like I said, this bow is really, really easy to get, and yeah, so yeah, that's about it. If you got any questions, just leave a comment below. I'll have both of these POBs in the description below, the level entry and my end game, you know, starter setup and all that. Yeah, that's it.